Hello everyone, Gaurang Shahir from Geojit and welcome to the weekly outlook on the markets. So, a brief period of consolidation is what we saw last week, and even one of the days when we saw a little bit of red on the screen. By the time we did end the trade, there was a smart recovery. And then, of course, we are seeing consolidation on the markets, both Sensex and Nifty, and it's only prudent since we have come a long way. We have also seen great rally on the markets, which has enabled us to reach lifetime highs. And whenever we see these kind of moves on the market, post the up move, it is prudent to expect consolidation profit booking. That is what we discussed last week also. Brief period of base building exercise is what is happening now, and it may possibly reflect upon the next couple of days. And as I have always believed that once you reach a new high, market should consolidate, should see some profit booking. Market should make a base so that we have a strong foundation upon which we can withstand the next up move. And that's what exactly my guess is being reflected in the market. You're also seeing some value buying coming in certain sectors and stocks. Uh, IT, pharma, FMCG, private sector banks, cement, metal, and one of the high beta sector that I believe could also be looked upon and should not be ignored, possibly after seeing the various policy changes, RERA being implemented, and of course now at the center and the state level, various governments are doing a little bit more to improve the sector because it is the second largest employment generator, and that is the real estate sector. And you also heard some strong announcements made, especially from the state of Maharashtra in a city like Mumbai, where there has always been space crunch, open space not being available, and there are a lot of structures in this island city which are very old, ground plus two, three, four. Some of the real estate projects which have been undertaken have got stuck because of some reason or the other. So there are a lot of things. So real estate is the sector, friends, that I personally believe for those investors who have a little bit of high risk appetite. You have names like Godrej Properties, Oberoi Realty, Mahindra Life. Uh, South based, you have two names, Shobha Limited, Prestige Estates. I think you should look at strong balance sheet. So this is one thing that I wanted to reflect upon. Second is one of the most important moves that the government made with respect to the PLI scheme, that is Production Link Incentive Scheme. And thanks to that, we've seen that a lot of companies within this universe of sectors that are associated with this production link incentive scheme, which is close to about 10 odd. And we've also heard the honorable minister, we also heard from the government, we also heard from the honorable finance minister that they are working towards bringing in many more sectors within this production link incentive scheme. And we also heard from the head of Niti Aayog that some of the policy changes with respect to production link incentive scheme are virtually at its final stages, and very soon we'll have the announcement coming through. So this is a great move according to me towards the fulfillment of the dream, or towards the announcement made by the honorable prime minister, make in India, made in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat as we call. So I think we will see a huge positivity. Of course, one will have to wait for the fine print to come out and the announcement being made by the government. But moment you see this, and we also heard corporate India voices that lot of sectors will benefit out of this, and most of these sectors, friends, they are associated with creating employment, mass employment as we call it, and it will really open up plenty more opportunities. So on the markets, back again, two important factors that I want to reflect upon, which are very core to our growth and stability. Crude oil, we did see a boil, I'm not denying it, but let me say this: every year during this time, that is winter time, the consumption of furnace oil goes up, and that will by default reflect upon some up move in the crude oil prices. Now the question that we have to ask ourselves is that whether this up move is sustainable. Now if you ask me, I have been always voicing my view on crude oil that $50-$55 and beyond is not likely to stay for a long time on Brent. Similarly, $45 to $50 on NYMEX is not likely to stay for a long time. Briefly, periodically, because of certain climate changes, because of certain requirements, you may see an up move. But the basic core thing that we have to look upon when it comes to crude oil is how much of global economy recovery we are seeing, how much of second, third, fourth wave forces certain countries to shut their gates again and go into lockdown mode. And we heard yesterday Germany is going into a national lockdown. So when you have these kind of issues on the horizon, I think it's only prudent to expect some bump in the crude oil prices because of the severe winter season, especially in US, Europe, where they need more furnace oil to burn and create a little bit of heat and get rid of the severe winter that they face. Even in India, certain northern parts of India face severe cold wave. So naturally the demand is high. So my view is that once we have this issue getting sorted out, winter starts withdrawing. Of course, this is just the beginning. Prudent to expect a little bit of bump up, but longer period averages makes me understand that crude oil is likely to be a big positive for India. Second is, of course, we've seen a relatively stronger rupee against the INR, and that's where my belief comes from and my confidence comes from, that we have a stronger rupee against the dollar. We have a slightly bump up crude oil, which is likely to come down over long-term averages. So my understanding is that these two factors will support our recovery towards growth, and very soon we will see a curtain raiser for the third quarter. And again, over here, I stand to be corrected if I'm wrong. The color for third quarter should be much better than what we've seen in the second and the first quarter for this financial year. And if I have to reflect upon the management commentary or the verbatim that they shared with us post the first and the second quarter, then they did sound very confident upon recovery and that positive numbers as far as the third quarter and the fourth quarter and the next financial year is concerned. So, as I have maintained, friends, short to medium term, take money off the table. Long term, if you bought into great companies with sound business and strong management, it's only prudent that you stay invested. And if you get bad days and if you get opportunity to buy or add to your investments in those strong companies, you should never lose out on an opportunity like that, subject to provided, of course, you have investable long-term capital with you. The next stop could be 13,750 after a brief period of consolidation and base building exercise on the Nifty spot. And if budget is what is being told to us, though it's a little bit early, but if budget is what is being told to us in terms of the Atmanirbhar Bharat, Make in India, Made in India, then I think we are likely to see much more higher levels. And I'm quite sure that we are placing ourselves somewhere towards a good next 1 year or maybe couple of years of growth, both economically, corporate earnings recovery, and that reflecting upon the equity markets in India. So buy on dips should be the strategy. Only request is don't venture out, don't be Robin Hood and try to do something extraordinary which may hurt you and your capital over a longer period of time. Stick to basic principles and buy on dips from a long-term point of view. Sectors, I've already mentioned a couple of them. IT, pharma, private sector banks, capital goods, engineering is also something that you should look at. Metal, cement, and consumption related companies like FMCG, consumer durable, consumer discretionary, and autos. So that's the broad universe of some 5 or 6 sectors with large capital focus. Thank you again, friends, and see you next week. Until then, bye-bye.